Hey there, branding enthusiasts. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating personal brand stories in the world, the creation and evolution of brand Modi. So, how did Narendra Modi, a regional leader from Gujarat, transform into a global political icon? What strategies and tactics were employed to build his brand, and what can we learn from it? Stick around to explore how one of India's most powerful political brands was crafted, evolved, and where it stands today. So, before we delve into the specifics of Modi's brand strategy, let's understand the concept of personal branding itself. As David Acker, a renowned marketing expert, wrote in his April 2012 blog post, every person has a brand that affects how the person is perceived and whether he or she is liked and respected. The crux is how you manage this brand, whether you actively shape it or let it drift. Narendra Modi's branding journey is a masterclass in actively and meticulously managing a personal brand. See, Modi's journey to becoming a national figure started long before he became the face of the Bharatiya Janata Party on the national stage. As the Chief Minister of Gujarat from 2001 to 2014, Modi focused on development and economic reforms. He built his reputation as a leader who was pro business and committed to improving infrastructure. Now, this focus on development was not just about governance. It was a strategic move to craft his image as a progressive leader capable of driving change. However, the transformation from a regional to a national leader was not straightforward. Modi's tenure in Gujarat was marred by the 2002 Gujarat riots, a significant blemish on his record. Now, this event could have ended his political career, but instead it became a critical pivot point in his branding journey. See, in the wake of 2002 riots, Modi faced immense criticism both domestically and internationally. The riots resulted in the deaths of over 1,000 people, mostly Muslims, and Modi's administration was accused of not doing enough to stop the violence. Now, this was a significant challenge for Modi's image, one that could tarnish his brand forever. So, what did they do? Modi and his team employed a strategy that is often used by brands facing reputational crisis. Initially, they engaged in public debates and highlighted the legal clean chits Modi received from the courts. However, realizing that this approach was not sufficiently shifting public opinion, they pivoted to focus on his governance and development record. Sorry. So, by shifting the narrative from the riots to Gujarat's economic development, Modi's team effectively rebranded him from a divisive figure to a development oriented leader. Now, this is akin to how companies like Cadbury and Coca Cola have managed crisis in the past. For instance, Cadbury faced a worm infestation controversy in the early 2000s. Instead of continuously defending itself, Cadbury shifted the narrative to its commitment to quality and launched the purity sealed packaging. Now, this strategic pivot is similar to how Modi's team moved the conversation towards development and growth. See, Modi's journey from Gujarat to the national stage began in earnest when he was named the BJP's prime ministerial candidate in September 2013. His team knew that simply being a strong regional leader was not enough. They needed to craft a national image that would resonate with a broader audience, especially the youth and urban voters. A crucial moment in building brand Modi was his speech at Delhi's Shri Ram College of Commerce in February 2013. Addressing an audience of young students, Modi spoke about Gujarat's model of development, emphasizing speed in government decision making and the importance of skills development for economic growth. Now, this speech was pivotal because it targeted the aspirations of young Indians who were disillusioned with the then UPA government's performance. Now, what this speech did was that this speech resonated with many young voters. Now, such engagements helped Modi build a rapport with young voters, a demographic that made up nearly 150 million of the electorate in the 2014 elections. Slogans played a vital role in building Modi's brand. Ab ki baar Modi Sarkar, this time Modi government, became one of the most memorable slogans in Indian political history. It was simple, catchy, and directly conveyed the change Modi promised. Now, the campaign was a massive multi channel effort. Soho Square, a WPP group company, managed the television, radio and print campaigns, ensuring a consistent message across all platforms. Now, Modi's team also capitalized on the power of social media, using platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to reach millions of voters directly. Modi's Twitter following skyrocketed, and each tweet was crafted to reinforce his image as a strong, decisive leader who could deliver development and governance. Now, Modi's use of digital and social media was a game changer. Unlike many political figures of his time, Modi and his team understood the power of digital platforms early on. They created content tailored for digital audiences such as short videos, infographics, and social media posts that highlighted his policies and vision. His presence on social media allowed him to communicate directly with the electorate, bypassing traditional media filters. For example, his Google Hangouts and frequent Twitter interactions showcased him as a tech savvy leader, further enhancing his appeal to the youth. Now, Modi's team also employed WhatsApp groups to disseminate messages directly to voters, ensuring a high degree of engagement and message consistency. See, but despite his development agenda, Modi's candidacy faced significant resistance due to the 2002 Gujarat riots. Many feared that Modi's rise would deepen communal divisions in India. So, to counter this, Modi's campaign deliberately toned down its Hindutva rhetoric and emphasized his administrative capabilities and vision for India's development. Now, marketing experts draw parallels with corporate branding crisis. For example, when PepsiCo and Coca-Cola faced allegations of pesticide contamination in India, they focused on transparency and robust quality assurance measures rather than engaging in prolonged defensive arguments. Similarly, Modi's strategy was to acknowledge the controversy but quickly pivot to focus on his achievements and vision, thus redefining his image. By the time the 2014 elections approached, brand Modi was at its peak. The BJP won a historic mandate and Modi was sworn in as the Prime Minister of India. Now, his campaign success was attributed to its clear messaging, extensive use of digital media, and Modi's ability to connect with voters across demographics. In the months following his victory, Modi continued to employ branding strategies to maintain his image. His foreign visits were marked by large diaspora events like the Madison Square Garden event in New York, where Modi addressed thousands of Indian Americans. Now, these events were not just about diplomacy, they were carefully staged to reinforce Modi's image as a global leader capable of representing India on the world stage. Now, fast forward to 2024, and brand Modi, while still strong, shows signs of diminishing appeal. Over time, even the most successful brands face challenges in maintaining their relevance. With economic issues, social unrest, and a perception of unmet promises, brand Modi is no exception. The youth, once his strongest supporter, are now questioning his ability to deliver on the promises made in 2014 and 2019. See, political brands like corporate ones have a shelf life. They need constant reinvention to stay relevant. Just as products like the iPhone need regular updates and new features to keep consumers interested, political brands must also evolve to meet the changing needs and expectations of the electorate. In Modi's case, the brand that once stood for development and decisiveness is now being challenged by new leaders offering fresh perspective. So, what can we learn from the rise and evolution of brand Modi? First, branding is not a one time effort, it requires continuous engagement and adaptation. Modi's team showed that a well crafted narrative, strategic media use, and digital engagement are critical in building and maintaining a personal brand. However, the recent challenges faced by brand Modi also serve as a reminder that no brand is invincible. As voters' needs and priorities change, political brands must adapt or risk becoming outdated. The decline in Modi's appeal in 2024 suggests that it might be time for a new leader to emerge, one who can connect with the electorate's evolving needs. And there you have it, folks. The story of brand Modi is a lesson in both the power and the limitations of personal branding. As we watch the political landscape evolve, remember that branding is a dynamic, ongoing process. Whether you are crafting a personal brand or following the next big political leader, the principles of consistency, adaptability, and relevance remain key. If you enjoyed this deep dive into political branding, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the future of brand Modi? Who do you think will be the next big brand in Indian politics? We would love to hear from you. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep branding.